First time tonight I got to meet your parents backstage.
Yes, we have upped the ante. Mum and Dad are in the building tonight, yeah.
I feel like your brother Harry comes to a green room a few times and then he probably said to your parents, like, it's worth it, the snacks are good.
It's official. Mr. and Mrs. Holland have stepped into the spotlight, even if it wasn't by their own design. After weeks of working in different corners of the globe, Zendaya and Tom Holland have reunited, proving once again that no amount of distance can dull their connection. The couple was spotted strolling through London's Richmond Park with their dogs, a peaceful, everyday scene that sent fans into overdrive, not because of what they were doing, but because of what she was wearing. The Oakland-born star of Euphoria and Dune was dressed down in a pink sweater and long black shorts, her hair tucked effortlessly away from her face. But there it was, catching the sunlight with every step. Her dazzling 5.02-carat diamond engagement ring, custom designed by London-based jeweler Jessica McCormack. It wasn't just an accessory. It was a statement. They weren't simply together anymore. They weren't just engaged. Between the way they walked, hand brushing against hand, glances exchanged with ease, and the weight of their shared history, something felt different. And if whispers from those closest to them are true, that something is marriage, yes, Mr. and Mrs. Holland are official. The quiet return. This public reunion came after an intense period of separate commitments. Zendaya had been in Budapest filming Dune Part 3, her third chapter in Denis Villeneuve's sprawling sci-fi saga. Meanwhile, Tom stayed in England promoting his non-alcoholic beer brand, Barrow, during Wimbledon, and making select appearances for charity events. But while work kept them apart physically, sources close to the couple say they were in constant contact, daily calls, late-night FaceTimes, and even surprise visits when schedules allowed. These weren't two celebrities balancing romance around their careers. This was a marriage being nurtured, even when the cameras weren't watching. Now, they're together in Glasgow to begin production on Spider-Man Brand New Day, the much-anticipated continuation of the MCU saga that first brought them together back in 2016. The film is slated for release on July 31st, and it will mark the first time they've reprised their iconic roles since their real-life love story reached this new chapter. Earlier this year, the couple was also seen on set for The Odyssey, Christopher Nolan's upcoming mythic action epic, which hits theaters July 17th. The fact that they've managed to headline two of the biggest films of the decade while planning and possibly executing a wedding speaks volumes about their bond and discipline. The secret wedding theory. For months, Zendaya's longtime stylist and friend Law Roach has been the unofficial spokesperson on the state of their nuptials. At the Las Culturistas Culture Awards, he insisted, "The process hasn't even started yet. We have a lot of time." But anyone who knows Law knows he's fiercely loyal and fiercely protective of Zendaya's privacy. Fans suspect that this not started yet narrative might be a smokescreen, a way to keep attention away from an event that's already happened. Why? Because in another interview with Complex earlier this year, Law dropped a telling detail. They're super private about their relationship. There won't be a Vogue spread, there won't be pictures of the wedding. Not if there's a wedding. The wedding, his emphasis on secrecy, aligns perfectly with how the couple has always operated. Remember, these are two people who managed to keep their engagement completely under wraps until Zendaya decided to quietly debut her ring at the Golden Globes in January. Even then, she didn't say a word about it. Her smile did all the talking. How it all began. It's been almost a decade since Tom Holland and Zendaya first met on the set of Spider-Man Homecoming. In those early days, they were co-stars figuring out their place in a massive Hollywood franchise. Their on-screen chemistry sparked immediate speculation, but both brushed off dating rumors for years, insisting they were just friends. Then, in 2021, the facade cracked. Paparazzi captured photos of them sharing a kiss in a car in Los Angeles, and the internet exploded. Overnight, Tom Daya became one of the most talked-about celebrity couples in the world. And yet, even with the public finally clued in, they didn't exploit the moment. No joint interviews, no red carpet PDA campaigns, just subtle, genuine expressions of affection, like Tom's heartfelt birthday post for Zendaya in September 2021. "My MJ, have the happiest of birthdays. Give me a call when you're up XXX." Or Zendaya's own tribute after Spider-Man No Way Home premiered, "My Spider-Man, I'm so proud of you." Some things never change, and good thing Tom Holland 2013. It wasn't the language of Hollywood marketing, it was the language of love. The father's confirmation. While Tom and Zendaya kept their engagement private, it was Tom's father, Dominic Holland, who finally confirmed the news in January. Writing on his Patreon, Dominic revealed the level of thought Tom had put into the proposal. He had purchased a ring, he had spoken with her father, and gained permission to propose to his daughter. Tom had everything planned out. When, where, how, what to say, what to wear. It was a traditional gesture in a modern love story, proof that for all their star power, the foundation of their relationship is built on timeless values. Richmond Park, a married couple in public, which brings us back to that stroll in Richmond Park. The dogs, the laughter, the comfortable clothes, the sparkling ring. They weren't trying to be noticed. In fact, they looked like any other couple enjoying a rare day off. But to those paying attention, there was a subtle shift in their energy, an ease that comes not from dating, but from commitment. Her ring wasn't a promise anymore. It was a symbol fulfilled. His casual protectiveness wasn't boyfriend energy, it was a husband at ease in his role. And when you piece together the clues, the secrecy, the matching schedules, the family approval, and the quiet confidence, they all point in one direction. Mr. and Mrs. Holland aren't waiting for a wedding day. They've already had it. If Zendaya and Tom Holland are indeed already married, the obvious question is, why keep it quiet? For most celebrity couples, a wedding is a branding opportunity. Exclusive photos are sold to magazines, behind-the-scenes footage is turned into social media content, and the honeymoon becomes a carefully timed PR boost. But Tom and Zendaya have always played a different game, a game built on protecting their peace rather than chasing attention. Privacy over publicity. Zendaya has been open about her approach to life in the public eye. Parts of my life, I accept, are going to be public. But also, I do have control over what I choose to share. It's about protecting the peace and letting things be your own. For her, keeping their wedding under wraps wouldn't be about secrecy for secrecy's sake. It would be about safeguarding something deeply personal from a world that feels entitled to every detail. Tom, too, has had his share of struggles with fame. In past interviews, he's admitted to stepping back from social media for mental health reasons and has spoken about how overwhelming it can be to have every aspect of his life dissected. For him, a quiet wedding wouldn't be a snub to fans. It would be a way of keeping their most important moment exactly where it belongs, with them. And, as Law Roach hinted, the people invited would be really respectful of their privacy. That means no leaked photos, no insider gossip, no friend of a friend sources selling the story, just a tight circle of loved ones present in the moment. The power of a private marriage. What's remarkable is how this possible marriage seems to have strengthened them rather than distanced them from the public. In Richmond Park, they weren't dodging cameras or trying to look on brand for a headline. They were simply being themselves. Tom, dressed casually in a blue t-shirt and a red barrow cap, looked completely at ease walking the dogs. Zendaya, in a pink sweater and black shorts, let her ring do the talking without a word. The vibe wasn't engaged couple on an outing. It was husband and wife enjoying a sunny day. There's a comfort that comes with marriage, the kind of ease you can't fake, and they had it. A wedding that fits them. If they have married already, fans are dying to know. Where and when did it happen? Theories range from a winter ceremony in London to a quiet destination wedding somewhere scenic but discreet, like Lake Como or a vineyard in France. One popular theory suggests the wedding may have taken place in the UK, close to Tom's family. His father's earlier confirmation of the engagement included the detail that Tom had asked Zendaya's father for permission, a deeply personal gesture that suggests family played a central role in the proposal. It's not hard to imagine both families coming together for an intimate ceremony away from prying eyes. What's certain is that if the wedding happened, it happened on their terms. No press, no fashion reveals, no big brand sponsorships, just love. Balancing marriage and mega careers. Even if they are already married, Tom and Zendaya's schedules are relentless. With The Odyssey set to release on July 17th and Spider-Man brand New Day following just weeks later on July 31st, the couple is entering one of the busiest professional stretches of their lives. Zendaya's role in Dune Part 3 will keep her busy well into next year, while Tom's commitments to his film and business ventures, like his growing Barrow brand, show no signs of slowing down. If they're already married, they're proving that it's possible to juggle mega careers while keeping a marriage thriving, and perhaps that's the real reason they may have kept it quiet, to avoid the circus of speculation and to focus on living in their marriage rather than defending it to the media.